we are on the way to the gym and we are going to train legs, and today I wanted to record my favourite glute exercises and just show you which ones are my favourite, which ones I feel the most, which ones I find the best, and what works the best for me, and see what you guys think of it. Okay? So of course I'm starting with hip thrusts. These are my all-time favourite exercise for the glutes, as the burn it gives is so satisfying and you can really overload your glutes with weight. There's a couple things you need to think about. One is your back position. I like the American hip thrust, which is where you have the pivot point lower down on the back. So I'll have my back on the step to about where my sports bra ends. I find that with this it's less pressure placed on the back and a lot more on the glutes. Next, you also need to think about your foot position. You want to bring your feet back so that they're in line with the knees. If they are too far forward, the hamstrings can take over, and if they're too far back, the quads can. Keep your head looking up and drive the hips up, squeezing as hard as you can at the top. Slowly lower the weight back down, getting as much range as possible without resting, and then repeat. Make sure you are always squeezing the glutes as hard as you can and focusing solely on the glutes, really trying to get that burn. Next, I'm moving on to Bulgarian split squats. So these are another amazing exercise. It can be quite quaddy, but it really pushes into the glutes as well. For Bulgarians, it's all about foot positioning. The closer you are to the bench, the more quads are activated, and the further away, the more glutes. However, I've tried a variety of stances and found that this one's the best for me. So play around with it to find what's most comfortable for you, but just make sure the front knee doesn't go over the toes. To activate more glutes, get as much depth as you can and try and push your weight into the bum. I find that this tweak really helps target my glutes rather than quads. I like to do about 10 reps on each leg for 3 to 4 sets. Make sure you're always challenging yourself with the weight. So if you're doing 10 reps, try and do a weight where you can do just 10 reps. If it's easy, then you've got to bring it up. Next is single leg Romanian deadlifts. I never see anyone doing this on the bench, but people do it where you have to balance, and they also do staggered RDLs where both legs are on the floor. But of all the variations I've tried, I find that this one I really feel in my glutes, whereas the others are more hamstrings. You want to be closer to the bench than you were in Bulgarians, and whilst keeping a slight bend in the knee, push your bum back as much as you can, keeping your back straight as you go. The lower you can go, the more the pull will ride up through your hamstrings into your glutes. However, only go as low as your hamstrings allow you, and don't overcompensate by bending the back. Otherwise, you're just going to get lower back pain and not feel it through the legs at all. Again, I do 10 reps each side and about 3 to 4 sets. Next is kickbacks. If your gym doesn't have the machine like this, then you can use ankle straps on the cables. I just use this machine because it's just easier rather than having to change up the ankle straps each time. Push your foot back as far as you can, as if you're trying to straighten out the leg, and squeeze your bum at the top. Always focus on the glutes, trying to keep the movement slow and controlled. You may feel this a bit through the quad and through the hamstrings, but that's why you just really need to focus on squeezing the bum at the top so you work more glutes. With this one, I like to do higher reps if I can, so 12 to 15, and again 3 to 4 sets depending how you feel. When it came to doing this leg, I had a really strong pain in my hamstrings, that's why I'm moving crazy fast here. So don't go as fast as this one shows, but I was just in a lot of pain, so I just couldn't slow it down for the life of me. Next, I move on to sumo squats. So take your feet as wide as you can and point your toes out. You always really want to push your knees out as much as possible and really push back into the bum, keeping the back nice and straight. Get as much depth as you can, and again focus on the glutes. I do 12 reps of this for about 4 sets. Lastly is hovering on the abduction machine. I like to do this at the very end of the workout as it's easy to do and you can get a nice burn through the glutes, but you can also do this at the beginning to warm up and activate the glutes. Keep your bum low, hovering just over the seat, and push the pads out with your knees. Make sure to keep your knees on the pad so they're aligned with the feet. Keep your shoulders back and chest up, ensuring the back stays straight. I keep this high reps at 15 and will normally do 4 sets as it's a very quick movement. Hey, so I hope you enjoyed that. Those were 6 of my favourite glute exercises. I hope it was useful, and if you have any comments, please drop them in the comment section below, and thank you again for watching. Bye. Say bye, wave for me.